Hello and welcome back. For this last example, I'm going to show you how I created a concept map using images. All right, so to begin, we are going to add the images to the screen. So I'm going to begin by doing a image web search, and I'm going to be using pictures in lieu of clip art. So I would begin by adding the sun to my search, and you can either hit enter or you can click on the little magnifying glass. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click and drag the image to the screen. Now, obviously, this is a little too big, so I'm going to click on it and make it a little bit smaller so everything can fit on the page. Then what you're going to do next is you're going to search for all of the planets. All right, now that I have added all of the planets after searching for them to the screen, it's time to name them. Now, there are many different options when it comes to doing this. You can already have it done, or you can actually have students, raise their hand or call out what the names are of each of these planets, including the sun. So what you want to do first is you can either write it out or type it out. This time I'm going to type it out. Here's a text tool. I'm going to go ahead and get started by writing the different names of the planets on here. All right, now that I have written out all the names of the planets that revolve around the sun, another good idea is to group them so that you don't accidentally move the planet without the word itself. So the way you do that, there's two different ways. You would click and drag and highlight both, and you can either right click, go down to group, click group, so that now it is actually connected. Another way you can do it is make sure both are highlighted and hit Control G on your keyboard. And that way you can actually group every single one of your images with your words. Another way you can make sure that things don't move is that you can go ahead and lock their place on the screen. Now, the way that you would do that is you would, after everything has been grouped, you would right click and you can scroll down to lock. And you can lock this image in place so that no one can actually move it off of the screen. Once you have all of the planets into place and revolving around the sun in this image, you can go ahead and create this concept map using many different methods. As you saw previously, another way that I did it was to actually list out all the different topics that students have to go ahead and drag and drop to each piece. Another way you could do it is if you wanted to go back to a blank one, you could use the line tool to create lines and work with students for them to write out their own facts or the things that they already know about each of the planets.